Hi everyone, it's me, Darlene, in my car in my apartment complex. I would not have even moved the car, but I had to because of the sun and the glare, so I moved to a shady spot. Joe is taking a nap, an extended nap, lasting weeks. His meds really do a number on him. And I'm going to talk to you a little bit about that, and then I'm also going to talk to you about his neuropathy appointment. I passed it by him, and he's like, yes, you can talk about it. So that's what I'm going to do. First of all, his meds. He went to a treatment program, I don't know, it had to be, what, a month and a half ago, or maybe even 2 months, because he did a whole month of outpatient after that, and now he's in round 2 of outpatient. So, but they would want him back into inpatient, but he said no. And I don't blame him. It's long days of just like doing nothing. And to me it should be more pleasant. But come over here. He agreed to a more intensive outpatient. So it's going to be 5 days a week. Right now he's doing 3 days a week, something like 5 hours, and now he's going to do 5 days per week. And I don't remember if it's still 5 hours or longer, but it's 5 days per week. Even if it's a longer day, I mean, he's not sleeping there. So he's good with that, and they want to try to adjust his meds a little bit better. They have kept adding pills, all the different doctors, so now it's you know, a concoction of meds, and a few of them make him very, very drowsy. And he also has nitroglycerin pills now. That's scary for me. 3 times I've been with him, and he's been like, I need one of those pills. And it's a pill bottle. Oh shoot, no, I don't have it with me. It's a pill bottle, but then inside is a little tiny little jar with the tiniest little tiny pills in there. Come here. He said he used to take them years ago, and but now he takes them. He had a stent put in, I don't know, a couple weeks ago, and so he's got that, and then he's on a blood thinner and still an aspirin, and you know, he's got the usual stuff for high cholesterol and high blood pressure. That's what I meant. Cholesterol, blood pressure, high blood pressure, and then of course his insulin, 2 different kinds of insulin, and he's got some inhalers, and then the meds now from the treatment center. So there's a lot of stuff in the mix. So I'm really, really happy that he's going to be doing a more intensive inpatient. I'm very proud of him that he is going through all these steps. And he's trying really, really hard to make some major changes, as am I. And one of my major changes is just learning more and more about what's going on with him. Come on, come over here. Come and just stay on me. I just want you to stay on me. Is it because I didn't tell you to say hi to everybody? Everybody's been missing you. Yeah, they've been missing. They say, where's Rocket? Where's Rocket? You saw Chloe yesterday. That was so fun. You saw your girlfriend, Chloe. Anyway, yes, so let's get to the neuropathy appointment. And at first, oh, he got caught. He's caught in my shirt. Oh, I'm sorry. And this shirt, I've been cutting a lot of fabric, and I had fabric dust all over me. I tried to get most of it off, but there's probably still some. Okay, neuropathy, MRI, and scan of his neck and brain and all that stuff. And when she started talking, I was there for the appointment, and she was so nice. I was like, oh no, this isn't good. But she's like, it's not all that bad, and since they didn't have a baseline, they don't know if the condition has stopped or it's continuing. So she's like, let's not worry about it now, we'll just keep doing checks periodically. Get over here. Come over here. Okay. And just watch. I want you to just watch the world while we sit in it. He has brain atrophy. His brain has shrunk significantly. And she said he has the brain of a very old man. So she explained that as we age, our brain shrinks a little bit. That's normal, but it's not normal for his age, 58. His brain has shrunk more than they would like. She said the good news is that the brain is all shrinking at the same time, like together. The entire brain has shrunk. And I didn't know how that could be good news. But she said when just an area of the brain shrinks, that can mean either cancer, tumor, Alzheimer's, dementia. So she said it's not good when just a portion or a spot of the brain shrinks. So she said this is like just natural shrinkage over time, but not at the age of 58. So I was like, well, what's causing that? And she was so good about explaining all of this. She said there's certain things that cause this, and he's had all of them. So one of the things is drug or alcohol abuse. Now, Joe was a heroin addict and alcoholic. I don't know how he survived it all, especially as a diabetic who was taking insulin back then. He's been on insulin since he's age 5. And I'm sure he wasn't taking good care of himself in his drug days, right? How could he? Drug and alcohol abuse will do that to the brain because it stops the blood flow. There's certain things that cause it, but from what I remember the most for the atrophy, it's a lack of blood flow to the brain, and so it wants to shut down and like dry up a little bit and shrink. And our body is a survival thing. So if the brain thinks, I'm not getting enough blood, maybe if I shrink a little bit, maybe that will be enough blood. Maybe I'll have enough blood to at least fill the shrunken part, you know? Sounds strange, but that's what the body is like. But he's been sober, clean and sober, for 28 years. So she said, it's possible that's what caused it way back then, and that because he doesn't do that anymore, his brain is no longer shrinking, meaning it could have shrunk then, and the shrinking is probably done, and it won't get any worse than it is. But she said he's also diabetic, brittle diabetic, and over the years hasn't been, taking care of that all the time as he should, because he, especially if he's not with me, he can pass out, because people always ask what happens if he's asleep, and like sometimes I couldn't even wake him. Well, once I really couldn't wake him at all, and I had to call an ambulance to get a D50 or some kind of shot to snap him out of that, raise his sugar like that. Well, he'll be out for hours. He says that he has been a couple times that he's been out that he can't remember anything for a couple of days. Now, that doesn't mean he was just completely out of it all that time, but that he was so out of it that even if he might have gotten up and done something, he has no memory of it. Why do you want to go lay there when I want to be with you? So, long periods of his sugar either being too high or too low affect the blood flow to the brain. Now, one of them, I'm going to guess if it's too low, that the blood, and I know some of you are going to want to correct me with all this, and I'm letting you know I don't really know everything. I mean, I knew at the time, I understood it, but now I don't remember everything that was said, because I can look things up. I believe when his sugar is low, the blood isn't flowing to the brain like it should. And then when his sugar is really high, it's like it's going too fast, so the brain wants to shut down and say, wait a minute, something's going on here, too much blood flow coming in, so let's shut down for a little bit, so then there's no blood flow going to the brain. But with Joe, that can be shut down for long periods of time. And when his sugar is high, he doesn't want to be tested. He doesn't want insulin. He wants to just, drift off this earth. It's like he doesn't really know. It's like he's in a dream state, but aware that he's tired of this shit. Tired of it. And it's very, very sad. But anyway, so this is now considered his baseline, his his shrunken brain. And I guess they're going to do, I know she wants to see him in 3 months. I don't think they're going to do a full-on scan again in 3 months, but she wants to see him in 3 months and see how he's doing. Eventually there'll be another scan to see if there's any changes. She said, because I asked, can this be reversed? And she said no, and I looked up a lot of stuff and it says no. But then I did see a few things that said possible, this and that, so I'm going to look into that. Rocket, come here. You see the people? And they're on the slide that you go down? Huh? They're on the slide that you like? Hey, you know what? You don't have to bark. You can just watch. Hey, what does Daddy say? No bark. Huh? Daddy says no bark. Okay. Oh, yeah, you like Daddy's words better than mine. No bark. No bark. Say hi to everybody. Say hi, everybody. I'm a cute doggy. You want to go play with Daisy, don't you? I don't think Daisy's out right now. Yeah, your other girlfriend. All right, you guys, I don't even know where I left off. I'm just going to say bye. Thank you so much for watching. Please subscribe, and I'll be back with more soon. Bye.